Testing. Testing 1, 2, 3. Oh, that seems to be working okay. Welcome. Welcome to my first Talking Head YouTube update. I haven't done one of these officially ever, and this is my first attempt, so bear with me. I do have some written talking points on screen, so forgive me for looking down here every now and again. But here we are. I'm nearly 720 subscribers in to a YouTube venture that I started in 2019, and what a journey it's been. Firstly, I'd just like to thank each and every one of you that have subscribed and taken the time to find some value in my channel. I had procrastinated for too long, basically, when thinking about pressing the record button and starting the channel. It has been not a challenge, but it's been a very interesting journey going forward, and I am thoroughly enjoying it. It has been such a rewarding experience, and going forward I'd like to sort of step up the cadence on my release of videos and keep you guys interested at least. And yeah, I'm thoroughly enjoying it. So thank you to all of you who have subscribed, and any future subscribers that decide to hit that bell icon and that subscribe button. It helps me out a lot. My 2021 goal is trying to get to that 1,000 subscriber mark by the middle of the year. So end of June, I think, would be a good target. I seem to be giving myself little incremental targets along the way, and so far so good. Let's hope we can stay on top of it and go from there. I love the content creation side of YouTube. I have learnt a lot. Now, when I say learned a lot, it's from the production side of things. I know my first videos, and even some of my current videos, I watch them back and I still cringe a little bit. And I say, I could have done that a little bit better, or I could have did this, or could have done that. But I think I'm still trying to find my groove. I've said that a few times in some of my texts and messages back to the comments in my comment section. I'm getting there, I think. It does take a lot. I mean, I'm balancing a full-time job and a family life as well as this YouTube venture. And it's challenging at times, but it's also fun. And I'm really enjoying that sort of challenge point of view. So, yes, definitely. I'm not going anywhere. I'm staying on YouTube. I've just got to try and figure out what sort of content I'm going to deliver to you guys. The reason why I say that is my interests are so vast, it's crazy. So this is not a niche channel. I'm not sitting in I'm just doing, for instance, 3D printers, or I'm just doing product reviews. I will do fabrication. I will do design work. I will do anything technical, anything IT related. If I find that it's either fitting into my daily life, or I've got a project I want to explore just to learn and gain my knowledge and really expand my knowledge, I'll do that and probably shoot a video. For instance, my last major project, which I didn't really shoot much of because I wasn't going to put to YouTube, but I'm sort of regretting it now. For my dad, I made a handlebar riser for his Can-Am Spider, and my brother had cast a whole heap of his offcuts into a solid billet, and he gave that to me, and I could machine it down into this handlebar riser. I'll throw in some video footage over the top of this if I find it. That sort of just completely custom work that pops up from every now and again, and it's really challenging to sort of do that. And that's what my channel's all about, is just getting that overall interest. Whatever happens. I'll shoot a video about it and I'll share it with you guys. For instance, my last video was knocking a pin out of a broken cam gear for my son. That's the life challenges that get thrown at me. I go, yeah, I can have a go at this. I can try and fix it. Let's run with it. And that's where this channel's going. You never know what you're going to get. It's like a box of assorted chocolates. That's it. You don't know what's going to pop up from day to day. I am going to finish my KD 200 series, which is currently running at the moment. I'm up to part 2. I think I've got a part 3 and a 4 planned. That is just modding it to today's standards. It's nothing too overarching, but I haven't progressed too much with that yet because of Christmas and New Year and being really busy with the day job. So that is going to progress. Like I said, I have discovered running a channel that's not a niche channel is pretty difficult. Just deciding on what I should be doing next, or what video I should put up next, as well as trying to keep some cadence with a series video that I'm doing without chopping that up too much, just to try and keep it flowing. It is challenging, but I'll find the way. It'll work out. I might get into a groove a bit later. That sort of leads me to asking you guys, what would you like to see more of? Because my channel did originally start with picking the pieces out of cheap equipment and highlighting that. Given the fact my video, number 17 video, is my biggest performer. I've had the most views and hits on that one, and that's been when I reviewed the factory damaged cap in a KSG soldering station. That was always interesting. So let me know. You want to see more product reviews, more teardowns, more project designs, builds, and repairs, because I did do a few repair videos, especially with retro computing. You can see up there, I think I've got my Amiga 2000. That was a fun video to make. I put a bit of production effort into that one. So it hasn't had the views I would expect, and that's a bit of a shame. So it's, as far as I'm concerned, that video is tanked. But if you go and see my video about the Amiga 2000 Road to Recovery, that will be awesome, because show that video some love, because that took a lot to get done. And I was experimenting too with the editing style and production of that video. So see what you reckon. Let me know. My overall background is technical. I do have a IT background, mechanical background, and a electronics background. Funnily enough, I've never really spent too much of my career in those fields, but I've sort of pulled it back and made it my hobby rather than make it my day job. But my current field is leadership in the government domain, and that's got nothing to do with this channel, and it never will. It's completely separate. So that's my day job basically. With that, I have started a second channel. Now, you might have noted that I've done a few recent live streams with gaming. Do I want that to be peppered throughout of my current channel? I'm probably leaning towards no. I think those type of videos that don't really fit with my activities in the shop should go to that second channel. So I'll flash that up on the screen if you're interested. So I will be taking some of the videos I've had on my current channel and pushing them over to the second channel. It's just stuff that doesn't quite fit in this channel. I'd also like to talk about some of the channels that I follow that really inspire me and have inspired me to sort of start my channel. First off the bat is a channel called Tech Ingredients. I'm not going to talk about that channel. You have to check it out yourself if you haven't already. You'll know what I mean as soon as you watch it. Fantastic. Just really good. I watch EEV blog. Good old Dave Jones on the other side of the country. He's more serious stuff, the electronics, theory and looking at testing procedures and regimes and fault finding and stuff like that is really good for me, and I really find that interesting, having an electronics background. Any retro computing channel I really love watching, because I've got a soft spot for retro computing. I grew up with an Amiga 500 when I was a kid, and I've been dabbling in nostalgia and getting back into that. For example, Adrian's Digital Basement. Love that channel. Love the guy. He's so enthusiastic and passionate about it. It just rubs off on you. It's so good. Mr. Carlson's Lab. Just superb vintage equipment repairs, and just looking at some of the older stuff. Oh, it's fascinating to me. I love the old glass valves and that technology back then. Fascinating. Absolutely fascinating. And and for some comedic relief and just to learn some more vocabulary, I've got to say AVE. That guy just makes me laugh. It's so good. Anyway, that's just a few of about 250 channels I follow. I think I've actually made my channel list public, so you might be able to check out who I follow in there. So it's just going on and speaking about some of my upcoming projects and projects that use a certain workflow that I'm really interested in. So you've already seen a few of my K8200 3D printer reboot videos. That printer came out about 2013. I picked that one up, and I'm just getting that back online because that has been a bit of a bugbear of mine. I need to get that going again because that feeds into some other projects I want to do, and that's where we are there. I like projects that involve the CNC workflow overall, so cutting out, machining, all that sort of stuff, routing, parts modifications, parts design, new parts, current part modifications, all that sort of thing. Really interesting to me. I really love that work, and I'll share more of that when I do it. I like reviewing tech items for the hobbyist market. So cheap Chinese acquired test equipment, products, sort of componentry, that sort of thing. Little modules, like you get DC to DC, buck converters and all that sort of business. Really interested in sort of looking at the cheaper side of things and maybe pointing out some of the flaws or shortfalls on them that don't really write them off from being used, but things you should be aware of when you do use them. Really cool. I really find it cool to sort of educate people on that as well. Just because it says what it does in the listing doesn't mean it actually does it. So just things like that to be aware of. I grew up computing, starting with the Amiga 500, then moved into the 486 and 386 PC realm. That's sort of when I came into it. So really keen on getting back into some of that retro stuff and revisit those, those workflows when you install Windows 3.1. That's what I started with, DOS 6.22 and all that sort of thing. Just dabbling with that. Let's see. I really like getting into Arduino and Raspberry Pi and those sort of little single board computers, integrating them into my projects and little endeavors that I've got going on. I've just finished modifying my camera slider, which is designed to hold my GoPro and give a bit of an overview sliding picture on a time lapse. It sort of gives that another element. If I've got that, I'll show that here too. And then, I'm really getting into PCB design and electronics design work lately. And I used to route my own PCBs on my small router. And I've sort of now leaning towards getting my PCBs professionally designed. JLC PCB and PCBWay, I'm looking at those guys. I'm not affiliated with anyone yet. I don't have any sponsorship deals. I don't have anything. I'm just looking at them. So I'm name dropping, but it doesn't mean I'm getting any kickbacks for anything at all. So I'm completely on my own as far as this YouTube venture. So I'm going to leave it there because I'm already nearly 15 minutes in, and this was supposed to be a short video. I might edit it down a bit, but see how we go. So that just gives you a brief overview of where I'm at in my channel, and that it does take a lot of time to produce, and release a video. I'm a one-man band. I do all my audio, I do all my videos, I do all my everything. 100%. All me. Whatever you see, come and talk to me in the comments. Let me know. Give me your feedback. All that sort of thing. I'm really keen on understanding where I might be. I can grow, develop, but at the moment, I'm just throwing stuff out there and experimenting. It's just a massive experimentation for me at the moment. So, shout out. Thank you again for all the subscribers I've gained so far. My next goal is 1,000 subs by the 30th of June this year. And we'll see how we go there. But thanks for watching. If you've got any ideas, please feel free to throw them down in the comments, and I will definitely read them all and get back to you. Love you guys. Catch you later.